Guys, gals, and my fellow gender non-conforming pals, welcome back. I'm C28, and it's time to go make a mini song on the matriarch. So first I'm going to reset all of my variables. There isn't really a initiation state for the matriarch, but you could call this something like that. Nice. So right now I have it in 4-synth polyphony, which means if I press one note and another note, it's not going to cancel that note. It's going to hit the second oscillator, the third oscillator, and the fourth oscillator. So my goal here is I want to get a very atmospheric, spacey sound. So I can do that very easily by just putting the filter on and a little bit of stereo delay with high release. But I want to add on to it. Make a very complex sound with this. Perhaps even use some of the patch cables. As you can see from all the different locations here, you can plug in any in to any out to any in, and you're not going to have signal flow that changes within your matriarch. So let's start very simple. Let's have just start with our envelope. So I'm going to give it a little bit of attack so it's not suddenly just boom, boom. It's more like a woo, woo sounds. I was just testing out to see if the sawtooth would be any good, but I don't quite like it. Okay, now we can start messing with our filters and see what we can make. I feel like switching over to 2-synth polyphony. Now what that does is it links up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 are now one sound. And if 2 is a little bit too intense, I can just turn it down. I think what I'll do is I'll have both of these the same sound to them. It's time to add a little bit of stereo delay. I'm going to decrease our release. Increase the time between delay hits. It Dun 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 dun. That's good. I don't quite like the buzzing sound that the sawtooth is making. I'm going to switch these back to triangles and see what that does to it. What if we detune this? That's going to be a hard pass for me. Perhaps a little bit of noise could work. Very, very subtle noise. I forgot about modulation. We do have the modulation right here, and what this is currently doing is, if I put it all the way on, you can hear. Let's turn our release and our mix down. It's modulating our pitch. Now I can increase the amount it affects it by, and this is going to sound very silly, but I can even affect the time. Bring our release back, put in a little bit more delay. Let's bring both of these up an octave. And move our keyboard down. That's interesting. Now, what if we add a little bit of resonance in here to our filter? You know what? I'm actually going to move these two up and move us down one more octave. Interesting. Let's move us back to four voice polyphony. I'm doing here with these is I'm making sure that our first notes that hit are going to be higher than these notes that hit. Of course, these are still very low. Let's move you up. Oh, because it's 2 and 3 that we need. Or we just need to hit 2 notes here. Perhaps it's too low. Maybe we don't even need that. In that case, fall this down and bring it up 2. Alright, we do have an interesting sound now. Perhaps if we do a little bit of fluctuation with our filter here, that could be beneficial. I don't feel like we're going to be using our modulation for this sort of wobble effect, so what I'm going to do is set it to random low for the pitch amount. And we'll take a relatively long cable and we're going to take the wave out here and plug that into an attenuator. And what that will allow us to do is control the relative amount of this signal. So take that to my output, bring that to cutoff 1. So now this knob is being moved around depending on how much this knob is telling it to. So if it's really low, it's only going to be moving like that. As I increase it, it's going to increase the range that is affected. So you can hear it very slowly working. We're going to increase our rate. And the intensity. That is a fun sound. Now that's the sort of atmosphere that I was looking for. Something kind of crazy happening in the background. A bit more noise. Decrease that intensity. Now that is nice. Let's go ahead and try something. I feel like our noise might not be good for that. Just for fun here, I'm gonna try some arpeggiation and see what it does to it. interesting, but not useful for what we're trying to do. We really listen into the sound that this is making. I think we need more stereo delay. Make that a little bit faster. That's really nice. And if I bring that down.
Press that hold now.
Oh, that didn't work. Alright, nose has failed me. Dang, I really wanted to release that, but that did work very well. Alright. Well, this is I say that's a pretty good episode. So I wasn't really going into this knowing what I wanted, which is why it seemed a little bit chaotic. But I think that's good. I think it's good to really understand you don't need to have a goal when you're just having fun with instruments like this. You can really just, in the spur of the moment, decide you want to change your ideas and your concepts. Have your sound completely change to be something entirely different from what you're originally anticipating. You certainly saw that with the song, what did I call it? An AI Experiences an Existential Crisis. It was in the Pure Production episode 1, where you saw a lot of the things that were saved as core elements of the song were there because I just stumbled upon them and I was like, yeah, that's better than how it would have been otherwise. So that does it for this episode of, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call it. This is a new series, technically. It's not the first of its kind because I didn't officially label it as a series, but let's call it synthetic design. That seems fun. Synthetic design. Designing stuff with a synthesizer. So this does it for episode 1 of Synthetic Design. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching the chaos unfurl, watching and listening especially to the sounds that this beautiful instrument can create. If you would like one of these instruments, I would say consult your wallet. Maybe you don't, but I would highly recommend one of these. The Moog Matriarch is a truly brilliantly designed instrument. It's easy to navigate, and I find it creates sounds that it's just easier to get what I want than on a digital synthesizer. When you can touch things, you can move 2 dials at once, 3 dials at once, hold a note out long, and then change how that is affected by everything else. I can just turn all these knobs, and I don't actually have my headphones on right now to listen to what's happening. Let's take a listen. Oh, it's quite bad. Let's go to 1. Nope, periphony. You can really just change everything live, and you hear how it's all affected. So yeah, this is episode 1 of Synthetic Design. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. God bless. Take care. Goodbye.